Yo, now then, guys, welcome to today's stream. Episode 35, guys. Episode 35 in this series. It is. Yeah, I didn't think we'd get to an episode 35. Not through having like nothing to do, it's just wow, 35 episodes. I know we were doing a couple of streams a day at one point, but they didn't really pan out, to be honest, so I'm not gonna waste my time on them. I can either sit with no viewers on an evening on Twitch, or I can spend time with the family. Sorry if my voice is going a bit odd there, I'm just dropping stuff under my desk. But yeah, there's no point wasting time with stuff. There we go. Right, so yeah, let's. I was gonna kind of be in the world ready, but steering wheel seems to work up to now. What are we in? We are still in July. I stayed in July for a reason. That's what I normally do anyway. So that doesn't need ploughing, doesn't need lime, it just wants fertilizer. Everything needs 2 coats of fertilizer. Everything is ploughed. Nothing is in the discount store, so alright, then we literally have nothing else to do, so we are going to jump to August. We'll jump to 6 o'clock. Might be a little bit dark, but it gives us time to work. Oh yeah, still lovely and bright. Right, so now, do we have anything that needs harvesting? No, nothing needs. This is my problem. My sugar beet field's so small now, I'm not getting the sugar off it. We can now plant canola. Right, we can't seem to do anything in August, so let's see what we've got to sell. Sorghum, right, keeping that for the chickens. So we have now got honey. I never remember when it's all ready to sell, that's the problem. Sugar is... We've missed sugar. We've missed the highest price for sugar. Okay. Flour. December. Right, so we need to buy... That is... Still nothing in the store for us. That's a shame. What do you fit? Oh, you're only 6 meters. You're only a baby case. That means harvester. What's the smallest case one? That one. Wow. Right, I need a trailer now. That is exactly what I need right now. I need to have a trailer for moving pallets. My only issue is I think I'm gonna have an issue moving them. Pallets or drums? Was there a grey? Kinda like the grey, to be honest. Right, we're gonna buy that. And we're gonna get this, we're gonna do our best to sell the sugar. It seemed to turn out the sugar seemed to sell the day before in July. It didn't seem to have a new highest price though, so it's not guaranteed to have a highest price. That's the thing. Right, I remember why I was I need to drop. Oh, there we go. And then we press do that. Oh, how do I drop this? Aha. There we go. Yeah, it's it didn't tell me which one I had to press, so I wasn't 100% sure. I remember now why I was still in July. We were going to sell the straw, because the straw was worth a little bit more in July than it was in... Yeah, it was worth more in July than it was in August, so I remember now why I was staying in July. Right, I've just had to turn my subtitles on, guys. I don't really know if the subtitles work. At the end of the day, I'm just putting them on just in case anyone uses them. I don't personally think the subtitles are very good to begin with. Like, I'll say a word and it just completely doesn't understand, so it makes up a completely random word. Yeah, let's go get some sugar. It's almost the highest price. It's like, well, it's not even 10% short. It's just a little bit less. There we go. Right, so we can put some pallets on this. It is an auto load one. I am not messing around with anything like this. I just want to see what the... So it's just load container. Right, so hopefully I'll just see what menu buttons come up. Yeah, if it doesn't say all the buttons, we'll have to just like have a quick gander in the buttons to find out. Yeah, it's less than 10%, so it's almost high. I think it's £10 off the highest price possible. So we're not going to miss loads, and it will be a massive income. We have got a lot of sugar, to be fair. A lot of sugar to come out. My only issue is now I maybe should have put the sugar at the flour mill the other way. I don't want the flour getting picked up. Let's just open that button, see if it comes up. Anything we need to press. Right, okay, I'm just gonna have to have a quick gander on the mod hub site because, well, it doesn't say what the button is. Let's see if I can find the mod again. There's the mod. Alright, you can use this for platforms. Right, let's have a look under here. Controls. Precision farming, lumberjack. Follow me mod. Enhanced vehicles, better contract radio. Auto load pallets. Auto load platform for pallets with barrels. Use this IT runner platform exclusively for fast and easy loading. It doesn't actually say what button it is. That might be why. That might actually be why. Give me 1 second. I do believe it goes this way. Yeah, I've never used this one before, so it's like a little bit of a learning experience. I did buy the auto load one, didn't I? Just because it said it was auto load, there wasn't an option I missed, was there? No, it just auto load pallet, auto load IT runner. Yeah, it's just weird. It doesn't seem to. It doesn't seem to want to work. It's not giving me a. It's not giving me a button. Remember to lower it to the ground in order to load your pallet. Well, I did that. It doesn't give me an option. It doesn't give me an option to auto load them on. So what is the control? That's what I'm just trying to quickly figure out now, because I've never used it before. I've literally just bought it, as you've seen. I'm literally on YouTube right now because I've never used this, so I'm literally a bit of a loss on what to do here. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm literally on YouTube seeing how someone else did it because it's just not working for me.
Refilling. Boop. So what they've done here.
Yeah, that I don't get that option. That option doesn't work for me. That control does not work for me. That is absolutely stupid. Yeah, it does not load for me at all. It literally doesn't work for me. I'm literally on YouTube right now because everyone seems to be having this control of loading the button, but I don't seem to have it. It's
production.
It doesn't work for me, so I don't.
Right, like this recording, so 60.
Yeah, it does not work at all for me.
Two pallets. As you can see, I have some birds. If you just drive up beside the stuff, it's not going to load. In order to load the pallets onto the IT runner platform, you have to unload the IT runner.
That's what I did.
Like so, by pressing L1 and X, and it will drop it. But it will stay attached, as you can see, and you can move it around. So in order to get it close, you want to get it as close as possible, but you can move it around kind of like a trailer. And there you go, you see it start.
Yeah, so mine's not working. It literally is a case of mine's not working. So I bought this to auto load these items, and they are literally, what the hell? And now it's gonna work. Right, well, like I said, that's weird. It didn't work. You saw that. We've had it down for ages. Clearly I had to have it down before I went near them. That was just weird. I had to double check that on YouTube because I genuinely thought maybe mine wasn't working. I don't really like how it's changed my boxes, but yeah, we can live with that. Yeah, weird. It's very strange, is this? Very strange, but yeah, it did kind of work. Farming nutshell in, yeah, dude. Oh, it's just when something doesn't work, and it's like, well, it's like part next to it. I was literally next to it. Do you know what I mean? I couldn't have been any more next. Well, I could have. Weird. I personally don't think it should have worked like that, but you know, I'm not going to argue with the modder. Just a button to load it would have been nice, you know, say, oh, load using this button. Got 28,000. There's nothing in storage, so that is what we have. We have 28,009. Hang on a minute, how does this work? Each pallet is exactly 1,000 litres, yeah? Each pallet is 1,000 litres. And I have 28,999. I seem to have lost a litre somewhere. Seem to have lost a litre. It's my missus' birthday. Good luck, mate. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck with that one. Wow, all the power in this truck, and it's still struggling to drive up this hill. I bought her concert. Do you know something? I bought my missus concert tickets as well. My missus is off to go and see Bryan Adams in a couple of weeks.
Speed and power.
Speed and power. What else is my missus going to see? She's going to Christina Aguilera and someone else. We're seeing Machine Gun Kelly. Well, that says a lot. I can't stand him. That, you can probably guess how long I've had my foot on the brake. Literally, the brow of that hill, my foot was on the brake. As if that's the collision for the car. I'm struggling to drive there. Apparently that was the collision of the car. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was my fault for such bad braking, but I genuinely couldn't brake anymore. I literally was moving myself in the chair. We like his music. We're both kind of new to him. Well, I knew there had to be something wrong with you, dude. No one can be awesome enough to just like my streams in general. This is 1,700 a pallet. This is a lot of money. Boom. £49,700 in sugar. Sugar. Yes. I'm liking that though. 50,000. really liking that. Yeah, we don't have much else to do over in August. It's all gonna be in September and October. We've got to plant every field. Literally plant every field. We'll get rid of that straw next. Just, I know straws like January's the best price to sell. Then again, October will be a better price than August, so maybe we should just leave it in the field till tomorrow's to October. And then in October we'll get a little bit more for it, and we actually need to do the field work in October. Also, we get to remove all the weeds. So, the selling of items is definitely so. Flour, we know flowers. Flowers December. So flowers December. We can't make bread yet. We can't make clothes. We can't make sugar. Well, we've just made the sugar. Sorry. Like I say, it wasn't a bad price for sugar. Could have been a little bit more. Honey's in March. Straw, we're in August. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, we're in August, so September. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is literally almost the lowest price it can be. Yeah, we'll try and keep hold of the straw for now. Just because that's a lot of money to waste. Lettuce, 3.531, so it's not a brilliant price. Then it goes down and then up a bit more, and I know. Yeah. So yeah, we literally have got nothing else to do in this month. Look on the calendar. Look, we're here. We're not planting canola. We're going for wheat, barley, and to be honest, we're probably going to go sorghum next time. We've got 3 fields. What else can I do over in August? Nothing. Literally nothing. I hate to do this, guys. I genuinely hate to jump another day, but we've got nothing else to do in August. That's a cool lorry. Yeah. I'm gonna nominate. I do like that one. I love how nobody's on my Discord. Actually, maybe it would help. No more space for pallets for eggs. Oh. He's caught up. I never even thought of that. When do eggs sell? November. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Should really be selling the eggs when the pallets are full, rather than wait until, you know, I've got no more to move. They're going to be a fantastic price. I could do with a big income of money. Maybe what we need to do is we maybe need to look at selling the eggs maybe when we've got pallets. We'd only sell a full pallet at once, unless we get extremely busy. Right, it's now officially stopped raining. Those can now spawn more of them. We've now got a beehive here, so let's just go over here and look at the honey we've got. Nice, we've got 3 pallets of honey. That'll earn us a little bit of money. We can't do cereal crop or anything like that, so we are just in a case of just selling the honey. I think personally that's probably going to make the price of the honey back. So after 1 year, we should now be making a profit. That should be ready to harvest in the next day. Right, so we are wheat, barley, wheat and barley. Where is the red tractor? Where is? Oh, I left it in the garage. Ta-da! We may need seed. We may need some seed. We need seed. I could send the car up to buy some. We have got a little bit there. It's not a lot though. It's about 1,000 litres. I don't even think it's going to be a full 1,000 litres, to be honest, because it's been on the farm a while now. Alright, then it was 1,000 litres. Pretty much. Yeah, we'll get a field done, and then we'll go from there. We'll do. What did I do up here last time? That was barley. That was oats. So yeah, I'll do these 2 fields here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, yeah, sorghum in the other one, yeah, perfect. There we go, so there's a plan. Like I say guys, we still need to figure out a way to end this series. We need like an ending point. I was thinking of like harvesting everything and calling it quits. I know that sounds daft, bear in mind I'm just replanting right now, but I don't know how do we end a series that we've done this much on? The last time I did a big series was either on the multiplayer server, which kind of never ended. We just changed the map when we all got bored. And then on Farm Sim 19 when we streamed our season, we ended because, well, we ended the day before Farm Sim 22 came out, so the last stream was the day before this game was released. And we've kind of just done multiplayer since then. So the question is, how do we end this season? What do people think would be a good way to end this season? Is it just a case of selling everything and just calling it quits, moving it over? Or do you want me to have like a goal or a target? That's the thing. Oh crap, I was meant to change this field. I was meant to adjust the field. There's one thing, it's nice to be in the fields nice and early before sunrise. If it's a little bit difficult to see guys, it's just we're on, there you go, we're on 5 times. It'll soon brighten up. I kind of want to leave it on 5 and I might drop it down to 3 later on, depending on how late we get in the day. probably get the wheat and the barley done, to be honest. We literally use like 5%. This field's nearly done. It doesn't use a lot of seed, doesn't wheat. Didn't want to go across the top of the field. I thought there would be enough room, but that tree just proved to be ever so awkward. Buying this seeder was the best decision in the world. Looking good, I really like that. What we've got to do today, we've got to seed it. It's getting cultivated at the same time. The joys of having a direct drill, so we do get to do both at the same time. It would have been nice to have maybe ploughed up after each time, but it's the amount of time it takes to do all that. It's very frustrating. It's one of the reasons I don't roll. You get me a seeder, a cultivator, and a roller. There we go. Someone adds a roller to the back of this machine. I'll roll for you. Until then, I kind of don't see the point. I know rolling's a big part of like realistic farming. For me on this gameplay series, it's just not doable for me. Just want to get that last little bit that I missed, just so I can do big strips going up and down. There we go. So yeah, we'll put wheat in this field. We'll put barley in the one next to us, and then we'll. No, we're not doing oat again. We're going to do sorghum, because we did oat last time. So we'll do sorghum in the other. That way we don't have the same crop in field twice in a row. Sunflowers will be ready, or corn. No, I think it's sunflowers, isn't it? Sunflowers will be ready in the next day or two to harvest. What we'll do is we'll probably put oat in that field. I want to get a little bit of grain going. Actually, I want to get a lot more grain going than what we currently have. And we don't really do anything with the sunflower. Do you know what I mean? We don't have an oil mill. There isn't a cheapy oil mill, and I don't want to waste any land now. Like, I could go and buy an oil mill. I think they're about £60,000. We've got 61,000, so we could make some sunflower oil. The problem is, I've got no spare bit of land to put it. I'd have to waste part of a field, which then means the rest of the, I'm going to lose money on flour or sugar beet. Do you know what I mean? I've got literally nowhere else to put it. Like, if we had some more land, then yeah, we'd have somewhere else to put it. Would like to try and get the silage maybe cut today in today's video. Get it cut, baled. It doesn't necessarily have to be wrapped, but would be nice if it was. We do need to go and do another water. Whoa, why are you never around when I've got so much work to do? Why are you never around when I've got so much to do? Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm getting notification Discords all the time. Granted, one of them's from my Discord to say that I've just gone live. One of them's from Discord to say that there's a new... it's official. No, I'm not interested in that information. And then I've been sent a private message by a scammer on Discord. Lovely. Yeah, do you want this? Do you want that? No, I don't want any of that. I can get you lots of Bitcoin. No, you can't. Who falls for this shit nowadays? My dad's 85 and he no longer falls for this kind of crap. He never fell for it to begin with, but he used to always just ring me up and ask, just to make sure. What's this email about? Just delete it, Dad. Well, I thought as much, but I thought I'd just ring and confirm. Yeah, we don't have to fertilise today though. We've got to fertilise twice within the next 8 months. 10 months, something like that. So it's not the biggest deal. I don't think I can plant barley though today. I think I have to wait till tomorrow for barley, but I need to move them bales as well. So it's not the end of the world. If I got rid of the strip on the edge of that like I was meant to, I wouldn't have this strip here now. This would be the perfect size. Yeah, welcome to the video, guys. Welcome to the stream. If you wonder why I say the word video, this entire Camzon series is over on YouTube. Personally, the best thing I like about watching this back on YouTube is the fact that if you feel like this feels taking too long to do, you can just skip like 5 minutes and it'll be done. I'd love to edit the videos to the point where I can just be, you know, like do a time lapse here, but then the conversation wouldn't make any sense. So unless I'm going to ignore everybody. No, barley is ready to harvest today. Crap. I don't have a choice. I'm going to have to use the very weak powered tractor to I'd love that. I'd love that just for the power. Just because this thing I'm driving now don't have none. This is a 125 brake horsepower tractor, this one. It's a wicked little machine for a bit of field work. I'll give it that. The field work, it's brilliant, you know, a bit of fertilising, bit of liming. It can just about run the seeder. Very slowly, but it can run the seeder. Just don't expect very good speed out of it, especially on this map with it being so hilly. Too many hills and slopes. That's one of the reasons why I love playing on this map. I'm going to be kind of sad when this series comes to an end, to be honest. Because when this series comes to an end, there'll be that'll be it. It'll be, we probably won't play this map again. The only way I could play this map is if we started with like 10 million and we maybe decided to do here's 10 million, big machinery, but you'd start making money in millions straight away, and I feel like it's kind of a pointless doing it that way. Yeah, the tractor does good enough work. It's very lacking of power. Like now it's going to be like 2 miles an hour probably. 7, 6. We're gonna dip down to 5. No, we've gone back up to 7, 8. Yeah. I could put an engine upgrade on this tractor. It would upgrade it by 50 horsepower to 175 brake horsepower. It's not really worth it, to be honest. The money we'd have to spend doing it, it's not worth it. The tractor's used, it's old, it was second hand, it's had a hard life. But you know, at the end of the day, it did it. 6 miles an hour was the slowest. I thought, to be honest, it was going to bring us to a standstill. Right. Selling the sugar was a massive help today. Like I say, 47,000 or something, 49,700, 47,900, something. One of the two. That was a nice income. Like I say, we'll go get some seed. I'd like to go and get a trailer full of seed, but I don't know. We might as well just take this seeder up there and just go fill the seeder, to be honest. The seeder holds several thousand litres of seed, so we've got the wheat planted, we've got the barley. We've most likely jumped to October after this. I say I can fertilise in October. In October I've got a bit more work to do. If I fertilise now, which I could do the fertilisation in September. The issue I've got then is I'll have very little to do in October. I'll have a couple of things to sell. I could probably get a second coat of fertiliser on, but that's probably going to be about it, to be honest. We don't have many fields. The fields we do have, we have earned them. We have worked our ass off. 35 episodes at roughly 2.5 hours per stream / video over on YouTube for these ones. 35 episodes in. And if you think to yourself, well, you haven't done a lot for that time, you have to remember, while the crops are growing, all we can do is skip time. You know what I mean? We've bought machinery, we've done woodwork. That's how we started, woodwork. Even this tractor struggling. I just wish I'd maybe played this series a bit different now. Knowing that the guy who created this map, or girl, or team, or whatever pronouns they want to use, brought in a cheaper sawmill, would have definitely got us going a lot better than what we did. We just sold trees. We should have sold trees to the point where we bought a sawmill. Then with the sawmill, we'd have made planks. Planks worth 5 times as much as trees. Maybe not 5 times as much, but it's definitely a bigger price increase. Oh, let's hope we've got enough to do this one. We should have. I'd like to say we have, but I'm now not really sure. We could run out of seed. We'll go and buy some more seed. We'll take the machine to the shop. Because the sugar beet planter is more than full. Also, what we'll do then is we'll take the front of the machine with us, because we have the seed holder as well. The seed holder seems to work on all seeding machines, not just one. It does seem to work on all seeding machines. So we'll definitely take that up. It just means we can hold more seed. Rather than taking the car with lots of different bags, we'll just get the seeder filled up to the brim. We'll just brim it. That is awesome. Are we going to have enough, or are we going to run out? If only we had a pole. No, this is gonna be tight. Jesus Christ, this is gonna be a tight one. We've done 3 passes to 30 litres. Each pass does get a little bit smaller though. I will give it that. Each pass gets a little bit smaller. $35 litres it was to a pass going the other way. I think we're going to run out. I do genuinely think we're going to run out with like the tiniest little bit. This is... Ooh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, it's exciting. Are we going to have enough? Are we not? I think yeah, maybe, just maybe. Could you imagine if we had like the tiniest, teeniest little bit left? How annoying would that be? It's gonna go into the ones though. Jesus Christ, that was very close. Yeah, we'll go buy some seed now anyway. Just while we definitely have the money, because like I said, I'm still waiting for a bigger harvester to come in the store. Our harvester is relatively small considering. And there we go, 2% worth of seed. That is yeah, that is mental. That one bag of seed that we had was just enough to finish. I think I put this thing I want at the back of here. Yeah, I'm just gonna lift that out of there this way. Not messing around. Ah! Come on. That'll do. Right. Like I say, we'll just go and get this some seed. I think 5 bags should be enough. The next field we plant will be sorghum. See, the sunflowers, one of the reasons why we do the sunflowers is the sunflowers basically just gives us extra income. No other reason than it just gives us a little bit of income. Don't have an oil mill for it, so rather than do anything else with it, if we literally just use the sunflowers to make a little bit of cash, yeah, it might not be the best price when we sell it, but it's just keeping, you know, that money flowing a little bit, you know, before the chickens were ready, you know, before the greenhouse was ready to sell, you know, before we had honey. Yeah, the sunflower just tides us over with a little bit of income, a little bit of cash. And then we can spend that cash on tractors, seeds, equipment. Don't get me wrong, I would love to buy a bigger seeder. I've got a cultivator, so I don't mind buying a bigger seeder. One that it doesn't even cultivate. I'm not really that bothered, it would be nice. Still nothing showing today. Right, big bags. We need seed. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get 5 bags of seed. Screw it. 5 bags should be enough. You never know. 5 bags might not even be enough. I think this holds 1.8 litres, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, 4 bags would have been enough. 4 bags would have been enough. Now, before anyone moans, yes, I always do that. It's just, I'm not leaving half a bag of seed up here. Make sure, drive nice and steady, just take it down to the farm. That's probably what we did last time, actually. There we go. Yeah, we've got flour to sell, eggs to sell, lettuce to sell. We don't really have any grain. We have got some straw to sell. Not really in a rush for that at the moment, but yeah, we do have straw to sell. Give me 1 minute. Drive steady, Mr. Reaper. Drive steady. Now I've changed that beacon setting, much like using the beacons now. Before, when you used to use the beacons, it didn't like reflect on anything, and I was always like, well, what's the point in using them? They're not really visible. Like I'll drive in here now and the whole thing's just gonna be flashing orange. Definitely worth changing that setting. First things first, we'll just put that there, and we'll close that, and then we'll shove that, I think, here next to there. There we go. Drop that. There we go. Right, so what else can we do over in September? I'd like to try and get as much done in September as I can. I do believe tomorrow is going to be harvest day for sugar beet and sorghum. Sugar beet is going to be harvest season, so yeah, October is going to be a very busy day. Sunflower is also, so yeah, I'd like to try and get done as much as I can today. We can do the grass in November, bale it, cut it, windrow it, bale it, wrap it, then it'll ferment in December. We can sell it in January, so we don't have to do the grass today, so we don't need that. We don't need it. It kind of makes sense then to actually put one stage of fertilizer on that field. I was going to try and get away with not doing the fertilizing today, you know, putting like one coat on in September, but saying that, I've got a very busy day tomorrow. Sugar beet takes way too long to do the way we do it, but there's nothing we can do about it, you know what I mean? It's a slow process because we don't have a harvester, we just do it with a bucket. So it does take forever to do. So we'll get stage 1 fertilizing done on these 2 fields. Then we don't have to try and get 2 stages on while we're super busy. I could stage them during the winter months, but I don't think really that's the best way of doing it. So we'll get stage 1 on now, and we'll get stage 2 on after the sunflower and sugar beet harvest. We'll do the sunflower first though, guys, because it takes a lot less time. It does take a lot less time to do. Oh yeah, guys. I watched the new Doctor Strange last night. Has anyone who's seen, anyone in the stream who's actually seen the new Doctor Strange film? Just want some opinions on it, to be honest, because I thought it was utter bullshit. I just thought it was. I spent most of the time on my phone. I was bored. It was so boring. Again, my opinion. I know my nephew came to me. He's like, "How did you find that film boring?" I was like, "Dude, it's so boring." Yeah, just wondered what other people thought of it. I know there'll be people out there who absolutely loved it and had rave about it. No, if I'm glued to my phone more than I am watching, to me it's not a good film. But I've seen every Marvel thing they've made for the so-called series, you know what I mean? But this multiverse crap just I'm not really that interested in it. I've been watching multiverse and meta universes and stuff on DC through the Flash and the Arrow and stuff for years. To me now it just feels like the copying, do you know what I mean? Someone's gonna be like, "How dare you say that?" But I'm sorry, but I've been watching the Flash since episode 1. Series 1, episode 1. The day it came out, I've been watching it. So to me now it just feels like Marvels are just copying what they've done, and Doctor Strange was shit. Honestly, I wasn't keen on the Bucky and what's the one with the guy who flies again? I can't think what he's called. I'm gonna make myself look like an idiot now. Yeah, I just. Yeah, WandaVision was alright. It was. I don't know, since the end of the Avengers, it's kind of just shit. Kind of just not really impressed with it, to be honest. I feel like they've had so much missed opportunity and nothing else is coming in the store today. Right, 6 o'clock in October. It'll be dark again, guys. I know it'll be dark. It just gives me a chance to look in the store and that. Still no Harvester. Don't get me wrong. We've got a nice, awesome Harvester header coming. John Deere HD 50F. So it fits on the big boy Harvester. I'd love that. Well, actually no, I'd love the New Holland, the Class, or the Fendt, or the Massey Ferguson, or the Case. I will take a John Deere I will take John Deere though if it comes up in the store, but I do tend to make a point of not buying it. I wonder if that would work on my Harvester. I don't think my Harvester could run that, but I'd love to know if it could. Actually, that might be something we can look at doing. My corn head is tiny. It's absolutely tiny. 3.4 meters. Maybe it's time we upgraded that to a 6. At the time, it's all we could afford. Oh, wow. 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 Okay, I see why I didn't upgrade. Yeah, I'm waiting for one of these to come in the store. I remember now. I'm waiting for one of these to come in the store. Yeah, I'm not gonna remotely buy one of them. But yeah, that's done. That's done. Let's just have a look on the map, see what we can do. Yep, that's ready. Right, we do have some weeds, apparently. We need a hoe. We don't have a hoe. We can't afford a hoe. And there we go. Sunflower. But yeah, as devastating as that is, guys, we are going to be using the I don't know why I'm doing that. I just remembered I can't teleport to my harvester. I'll make it daytime in a minute, guys. I just want to there we go. This may take a while, I'm afraid. So be warned. We only have a baby header. It's all we can afford. We were poor at the time. We still are poor, considering. So 4419. 49. So eggs. Hang on a minute, guys. Hang on. Hang fire. I've got a plan. October and November. Yeah. We could harvest the sunflowers next month. The reason being, next month, the eggs are ready to sell. The eggs are ready to sell. We could possibly look at getting a bigger header, which means sunflowers would be done a lot easier. We can still do sugar beet. We'll do the sugar beet today, guys. We'll do the sugar beet. I don't see the point in doing the sunflowers right now. We may be able to get a bigger header. Worst case, we may even be able to get just a bigger harvester next month. We can sell straw next month as well, November, just to boost the money up a little bit. Yeah, no, that's not right, but I keep checking. January, so what's 35? We're at 31, so we're only 400 short. So we're nearly at 10%. I'll take around about 10%. That's kind of what I look at. 10%. Also, we're in October now, so 2,100, 1,008. But yeah, we're nearly at the 10%. Within 10%. Yeah, I'm not messing around with that. It'll be nearly 10%. As long as we're within 10%, I don't mind losing 10%. Off the best value price. I'm looking for the sugar beet harvester. There it is. Plus, if we sell all that stuff tomorrow, we may be able to buy an oil mill. You know, an oil processing place. Then we'd have somewhere to put the sunflower directly in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely don't see the point in waiting. We can sell a lot of stuff tomorrow. When we sell a lot of stuff tomorrow, we make a lot of income. Like I say, we may be able to just buy a bigger sunflower header nearly twice the width, which means it'll be harvested in half the time. Yeah, we might still only have our baby harvester, but it's an improvement. We do need to go for water though. I did mean to go for water in September. I kind of miss not being able to lease, because I would have loved to have leased just a big sugar beet harvester. If we'd have leased a big sugar beet harvester, we'd have a lot bigger sugar beet field. That's for sure. We should get all that in one. I'll tell you something, I definitely did a very bad job of harvesting that row. There we go, let's get these. I don't want to miss any. Sugar beet yields really, really well, so I don't want to miss any. How many times do I have to drive over this same bit of crop? There we go. I got it. I got it. I missed it a lot, but I eventually got it. Alright. Oh my god, Matt, come on. I want to get this. This is one of the annoying jobs to do. I want to get this harvesting out of the way. You know, but I was here the whole time, I'm just giving the missus cuddles. How dare you put the missus down. God, you'd think it was a birthday or something. See the chat moving. I'll look at the chat after each strip, guys, because I just want to get this harvested. This takes forever as it is. It takes forever. No, not at all. Oh, but I'm tired today. I am so freaking tired today. I did not have a good night's sleep actually. It's too warm for me now, guys. It's been too warm for me anyway. I don't like warm weather. Absolutely hate it. Absolutely hate warm weather. Really? Bring it on. You seen this amount of eggs? Bring it. Looking forward to selling them. This is not helping. This is not helping me get done. Where's Flo when you need? How come Flo's never around watching when you need? When it comes to harvesting sugar beet, he's literally never about on sugar beet harvest day, ever. Starting to think he does it on purpose. Trying to keep my wheel in that gap there between the two rows. That then gives me the ability to harvest 3 rows of sugar beet at once. What's annoying is after I've done all this, I need to go around and pick up all the sugar beet. It's bloody annoying. The good thing is though, we don't have to keep it now or sell it or cut it. We're just going to dump it straight into the sugar mill. So we'll fill the little trailer that's on the floor, and then we'll run it down to the sugar mill. We'll get it in, that'll produce some more sugar. I just kind of wish I had more. I wish we had a bigger field, but there's not a chance I'm doing a bigger sugar beet field with this harvester. Not a chance. And before anyone says, why don't you buy a bigger one that you pull and stuff, that's all well and good. For now, it's about income. I haven't been in a position to do that. We may be in a position to do it soon, but I would much prefer to have one of the stupidly big headers. You know, headers, harvesters. I would much prefer to have one of them ones. did miss some there. I'll have to grab that. I'm expecting about 30,000 litres ish. Could be more. Reaper, don't miss any. It takes long enough as it is. I tell you what, once we've harvested this, we're going to have a look at the price of a new harvester. I don't think we can afford it though. I think it's a case of it needs like a topper remover and a harvester on the back, so it's like a push-pull configuration. Nah, I missed that bit. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's like, I think it's like 50 odd thousand for one bit, let alone the other bit. We'll have a look in a minute, because if I can replace one of these smaller fields with a big sugar beet field, like the sunflower for example, prime example, because we just sell it, it's kind of a field I don't want to grow at the moment, but sugar beet we can put in the sugar mill. I can't do sugar cane because it is so much more money for the harvester. Would be nice. One of them things that auto grows. If you're willing to take a yield drop, you can literally just leave it, fertilize it and leave it. Ideally you should plough it after each harvest, but I think that's what it was. I'm trying to remember from doing sugarcane on Farm Sim 19. We've not done sugarcane on Farm Sim 22. That's something I want to bring over to Shire Farm, or whatever it's called. I'm sure it's called Shire Farm, and that's the next series. I want to do everything. We want to earn the money on that to do everything. Even though I know sugarcane's not something we do over in the UK. You know, we don't do cotton in the UK. But it would just be nice to do it. Yes, it might not fit the map, but it would be something I'd like to do. Yeah, I've got no issue with sugarcane. It's a very long job, but I've got no issue with doing it. It's got to be doing sugar beet this way. This way was good at the start. To be fair, when we first started doing sugar beet, our field wasn't this big. And I know it doesn't look big now, but it's about 25% bigger than it was when we first started doing this series. Do you know what I mean? It took us long enough to be able to do sugar beet. The one thing I like about doing sugar beet is the fact that you don't ever get any weeds, ever, because you just go over it with the plough. So what I'll do is I'll wait till the weeds grow, go over it with the plough, plant the crop in the ground, and boom, there you go. No weeds for sugar beet at all. Fantastic. Same with potatoes. See, I don't mind doing any of that. Farm Sim 19, my wife used to love doing sugar beet and potato harvesting. That's all she ever used to do on our farm. She'd go around and plant potatoes and sugar beets, and then a few days later she'd just go around and harvest them. Actually, with Farm Sim 19, you'd go and harvest it the next day, wouldn't you? Let's be honest. Yeah, my wife liked the slow-moving jobs. She was a big fan of them. Although one time she was doing potatoes, or she was either doing sugar beet or potato, and she'd had a really hard day at work, like a really hard day at work, and she fell asleep playing. She literally fell asleep in a computer chair. You just heard this thud when she leaned forward, when she like dozed forward, and she just smashed her head on a monitor. I never forget that one. All the time she was playing Minecraft and she was mining for our community, just getting us some diamonds and stuff, and she was down at Bomber Cave. She used to play Minecraft on a Amazon tablet, you know, while she was at work, and she fell asleep at work playing Minecraft. I always remember that. But my wife used to work split shifts, same day, do you know what I mean, 2 shifts in one day. I used to kill her. She'd work till really late, and then yeah, so she'd work till really late on a night, but then she'd start again early in the morning and then have like the middle of the day off. I used to kill her. Oh my god, I hate split shifts. Yeah, she don't have to do them anymore. That was a job from a few years ago. That was when I first started streaming. So I've been streaming since December 2018. I've been streaming. You wouldn't know with how little I get on Twitch. So I didn't start on Twitch. I'm still not exactly a big fan of Twitch. I am thinking about going back to Facebook. I just didn't like what Facebook were doing at the time, but to be fair with you, Facebook have actually undone some of them changes, so I might go back to Facebook. Like I say, I have thought about just stopping streaming altogether and just making YouTube videos. I can get more done in a YouTube video. Not necessarily, mate. Not necessarily. Right, here we go, guys. Now time to pick up all the sugar beet. Idea. I've got an idea. Wow, I did not expect that to be sliding around. I didn't expect that to be sliding around. There we go. That's going to be a lot lower to put in there. That might even speed the job up. Gotta be careful because this bucket is still that weight on the back of this is still not the right size for this this bucket when it's full. It's very rare we actually manage to fill this bucket up. It normally stops about 100. It normally stops between 83 and 88% or something like that. Yeah, I'm quite liking the fact this trailer's making this a lot easier to do. Come on. I know it's going to make it into piles, but... Come on. See what I mean? 97% just won't fill it up anymore. I don't know what it is with it. It's a weird one. I've had it since day one. Every bucket, I think, to be honest, is this field. I think the field is badly shaped. You know, like bumps and stuff, and it just causes so many problems. Well, hey, 100%. Ooh, we're wobbling. It doesn't help we're on narrow tyres. I won't change from narrow tyres. Not on this anyway. I need a big pile. Come on. Come on. 92, 94, 95. There we go. It took all that effort to put in 8%. Kids go to school fine? Yeah, nice easy morning this morning. It was lovely. It was the wife that annoyed me this morning. She rolled out of bed at bloody 8:20. Shit shower, shave, and was out the door within 15 minutes. If I ever take her out anywhere, it takes her like 10 years to get ready. I don't know what it is. What about work? She just likes to go to work. Probably to get away from me, but I can't blame her. Let's just say I'm a bit of a knob to live with. I also aren't bothered either. Really? Really? We're emptying? We didn't change the angle or anything, but we now decided to empty the bucket rather than fill? Bloody thing. I'm not messing around trying to get it to 100%. We'll just pick it up, whatever it is. I want to get this done. I want to get this in the sugar mill. I want to get in the sugar mill messing around trying to get 8% in a bucket that doesn't want to go in. Well, there's one thing, dude. We're getting there. 10 buckets should roughly fill this trailer up. I don't know how many buckets we'll get. I used to know, but then I made the field a bit bigger, and to be honest, I never really counted again. Finally, you did actually do it. You know something? I have never washed any of my equipment. I've always felt £4,000 for a jet wash on this game was very expensive. Oh, dude, I don't mind sugar beet at all. It's just this is not the best way to do it. Maybe if this bucket held like 20,000, I'd maybe be a lot happier doing it. But doing sugar beet this way is so depressing. I didn't expect to be 35 episodes in and still doing sugar beet this way. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we're still doing it this way. There's nothing we can do about it. The thing is, it works. It's a cheap way of doing it, and it works. So that's all that matters right now. Yeah, if we can get a wheel loader. Oh, can you imagine a wheel loader doing this? That'd be a hell of a lot better, would that? That's a good point. Just checking the shop, make sure nothing's changed. Sometimes new items I found come in the shop about 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. Not always, but just sometimes. Yeah, just get a wheel loader. We can get the bucket with 20,000 on. This wouldn't be a problem. And look, I'm doing 2,500 to 3,000 litres at a time. If I get a bucket with 20,000 on a wheel loader, this is going to be a walk in the park to do. God, even if you just get a bucket with 10,000, you're gonna pick this up in a third compared to what I'm doing now. I don't think maybe filling this up and then using the arm would be a good idea. I think that would probably put too much strain on it, but I'm really not that bothered either. Yeah, dude, don't come in with shit like that. Honestly, mate, that is the quickest. That is just so childish. I'm 37. Nearly 38. I'll tell you now, honest to God, if my missus came in and saw that, since she's my mod, she would just ban you. Honest to God. Shit like that is just so childish. Go on, can we pick any of that up? Yes, we got the majority of that. No, 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 no. Ooh. Jesus Christ, if that weight was any smaller, that would have been it. Would have been done. Right, we officially have filled that trailer. Okay, that's interesting. Do that. 36,000 litres, wow. How much is left? Well, there's at least 10,000, if not 12,000 litres maybe. You're going with 50k, yeah? Well, I said 10 to 12, so I'll tell you what, I'll go the 12,000. So I will go 48,000. This is my foot on the brake. My brakes don't work. It'd be nice to get this sugar mill up and running again, actually. Been a long time waiting for this little bit of sugar mill. Sugar beet. Ah, crap, I've gone the wrong way. I've gone the wrong way! I've gone the wrong way! Can I get down the side of my building without rolling? I don't know. I don't know. No, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. My truck's got a fat ass. I might actually make a little road round there, because I don't really like being, you know what I mean, like blocking the road and stuff. I might actually make a little road round that way. Right, let's get this sugar mill up and running again. Activate. Well, that was 36,000 litres. 36,000. Who needs brakes? To be fair, mate, me. I've had a few car accidents in my life. I once hit a bridge. In fairness, my steering rack snapped, and I hit a bridge. Right, so it was 36,000. So let's go, let's go. Looking forward to seeing how much I get in total now. Yeah, I was going down this lane. Oh, don't get me wrong. I was doing the speed limit. I was not speeding at all. And I came, and basically you went down this lane. And at the bottom of the lane was like, basically it was like a 90-degree bend under the bridge, and I basically had to slow down. Went to go around the corner. Maybe it was a little bit quick for the corner it was. I'd only been down the road a couple of times before, and the track rod end broke and basically popped out of the socket part of it. So halfway around this corner, I just lost all steering, and we ended up clipping the inside of the bridge underneath, and we closed a major A road for 2 weeks while the bridge got repaired. Yeah, to be honest, we were lucky to get out alive. The engine carried on going into the field because we caught the corner of the car. It was like the passenger side front corner of the car, and we caught that because I had a friend in the car with me at the time, and we caught that, and we kind of came to a bit of a stop and a roll, and yeah, it was fucking hell. Anyway, it turned out the engine was about about a quarter of a mile into the farmer's field. The engine just kept going in the field. I'll never forget it. I had used to have pictures of it back in there when it kind of first happened. Well, I needed it for insurance purposes. Anyway, an inspection of the car proved that the steering on the driver's side, which wasn't that badly affected, obviously it had done some damage because of the roll, but it was proof enough that it wasn't my fault. You know, it was a mechanical error. And yeah, we fucking hit that bridge fucking hard. Put it this way, I got fucking 6 weeks off work for it, and not because of a broken bone. Well, it was. I had no broken bones, but I was just in that much pain, as you can imagine. Yeah, I got some time off work. And before anyone asks, no, I didn't do it to get time off work. I actually liked my job at the time. What car was it? It was a 1989 Mark II Ford Fiesta. If anybody asks or you read the paperwork, it said 1.1. It said 1.1. Yeah, tell me. Oh, dude, I loved that car to bits. I loved it. It was my first car. It was awesome. I loved it. Not like my kids. My kids are going to be spoilt when they pass. Well, my eldest doesn't want to drive with his autism. Fair enough. My daughter, she's already said, well, I don't want an old car. My first car, I want a brand new one. And I'm like, well, you get me grades that will earn me that, and I'll buy you your first car. Get something like a Fiesta or something. Don't get her a brand new one. Still something small, but something new. Sure, I already know she wants a BMW for her first car, but she has to be slightly realistic with the price of insurance. Although Muggins here said he'd pay for the first year, so that's probably why she wants a BMW. Because it won't matter how much the insurance is if she's not paying it. But she won't know. She'll only ever have a car. I will make sure she only ever has a car where there's a dealership where she lives. And we don't. That's one of the reasons why I said she won't have a BMW. We don't have a BMW dealership where we live. We don't have Audi. What have we got? We've got an MG, Hyundai, Kia. Peugeot dealership's closed down. Citroen dealership's closed down. We've got a Ford dealership, a Vauxhall dealership, and we have Suzuki dealership. I won't get her a car that she can't get repaired easy. And if I buy her a brand new car, she needs to be able to get it done under warranty. I'll probably buy her a Kia, to be honest. I used to be a Ford man, but I don't know, I'm just really liking my Kias at the moment. I like how cheap they are and how much technology you get in them for the price. This was 36 plus 16. That is 52,000 litres. 52,349 litres. And fair play, mate, you were closer. Fair play, you were closer. Not a bad guess though, dude. 50k. Alright, so let's have a look at this. landscaping. Right, so now we need to go for this size. Let's have a look, let's do that. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna spin round that way. I don't like the way that looks, so we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna do this. Why didn't that go? That. And then we'll do a little bit of painting. So we want that size. We want circle. I want to try and bring it around there like that. Yeah, like that. That looks good. That looks good. Right, let's take it back to being a square. Square's a little bit easier to work with sometimes. Right, let's do that. Let's do V again. Let's just try and tidy that up there. Let's, yep. I'll tell you what we'll do. Right there, we'll do that. We'll tidy that into there like that. Because it looks like then that it's just wearing away. Could we maybe get away with a bit of a rocky face there? Oh yeah, that looks a little bit better. That looks better. Let's just have a look around here now. Yeah, that definitely looks better. Yeah, if you notice, guys, I changed my clothes. I did that to for the new series I'm looking at doing. Can we get that up there? That looks better, doesn't it? That looks a little bit neater. Why do I keep pressing that button? Oh, it's because it's near Q, that's why. Let's just have a little look, see if we can kind of drive around. It might not be perfect first go around. There you go, look. That's what I want. Just enough for me to be able to drive around. There, that's loads better. Perfect. Well, I think we'll knock about £5 grand out of our price for that work. Bit of concreting, bit of landscaping. Technically, should only be about £1,000 for the concrete, because knocking out land we'd have done for free with a digger. We'd have used a bloody bucket and we'd have just dug it out ourselves, so we shouldn't technically be paying for that. What electric car would you want? Right, let me just have a... So you'll only get a car that... Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't mind getting, like... Not say maybe brand new, maybe like 6 months old, a year old, something like that. Morning, Marky. Who the fuck's Marky? You got wrong chat there, dude. Everyday use, got to drive. See, I don't. Dude, I've got a brand new car sat outside. I've got a brand new car. I've done 1,200 miles in it in 9 months. I don't really need a car. Like I say, I only bought that car because it gave... to be honest, I bought that car so I didn't have to pay tax. I didn't have to pay any taxes this year. I put it down as a business expense. Yeah, that's done there, that's done there, that's done there. Right, when do we replant sugar beet then? Oh, we replant sugar beet in March. Wow. That's gonna be empty a long time. What's your dream car then? My dream car would be an Aston Martin. Not bothered what. Just an Aston Martin. I knew... I'm saying that. There once came a time in my life where I felt an Aston Martin was always out of reach. And so I named my youngest son Aston. But with the way and the look of the world at the moment, I might be lucky enough to actually own one day. So who knows, I might actually have an Aston Martin and my son called Aston. Weeds growing herbicide? Where's the herbicide weeds here? I haven't got a hoe for that, so I can't do anything like that. I'm trying to decide what I've got. I've got to cut grass. I have to cut grass. All I've really got left to do today is cut grass. October. Screw it. We'll do the harvest. I either do the harvest or I cut the grass. And I feel like we might as well cut the we might as well do the harvest. Sorry. That's why you like General Motors. Don't ask to mind DB11 in front of me yesterday. Finally, and you don't like Vauxhall. No, I don't. Yeah, I must admit, I was once rear-ended by a lad, and the company, his insurance company, gave me a Vauxhall Astra, it was, courtesy car, and I rang them up and I went, you can change this. And they were like, you know, what's wrong with it, Mr. Matt? And I was like, well, to start with, it's a Vauxhall. I was like, to start with, you've given me like a stupid 1.1 litre 1.4 engine. And they're like, right. And I was like, I drive a Land Rover. There's a reason I drive a Land Rover, is because I need a big SUV, and at the time Land Rover is what I had. And they were like, and I was like, so you can send me a car that is of my type, or we will take this to small claims court. Because if you're ever, here's an interesting fact that a lot of people don't know. If you claim off somebody else's car insurance for an accident, so for example, if you are rear-ended, you can basically specify a car that matches yours. Do not just settle for a Vauxhall Corsa or a Ford Fiesta. If you drive a Fiesta, fair enough, you will take a Fiesta. If you drive, like I drive a £30,000 Kia Sportage GT Line S, I will, if anyone ever rear-ended me or sideswiped me in that, I would be demanding a car of that size and value as my courtesy car, because it is not my fault. Why should I settle for a smaller car? You are entitled to a car of said size that you drive if you claim off someone else's insurance. If you claim off your own insurance though, it does most likely specify in the terms and condition that they will provide you a cheap car to run about in. But yeah, if you claim off anyone else's car, I ended up getting a brand new, well I say brand new, it was like a 4-month-old Range Rover. Oh, what a courtesy car that was. Oh, it was lovely. I still sued the guy anyway for pain and damages. But yeah, if you ever claim off anyone else's car insurance, always demand a car of your size. Do you know what I mean? If you drive, you know, if you drive a Range Rover and someone crashes into you, why would you settle for a Fiesta courtesy car? You drive a Range Rover. You pay for a Range Rover. You demand a car of its size. Do you know what I mean? No, I wouldn't have one, but dude, it was a courtesy, it came from Enterprise eventually. But yeah, they were like, oh, well, you know, that's not how we work. I'm like, actually, under statutory law, blah, 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 you have to provide me with a car if I request of size of the vehicle that your, like, client smashed into. Basically, yeah, you're entitled to it, so always claim it. Always claim it. Yeah, I would never personally own a Range Rover. I like my Land Rovers though, but they have to be the old school Land Rovers. Yeah, they're like, well, we can't do anything. I'm like, you can, or I'll take your company to small claims court. And you are well within your right civilly to demand a car, because at the end of the day, it wasn't your, you know what I mean? If his insurance is paying for everything, why should you settle for something less? Now I'm going back, it's quite a few years since I last had an accident, but I'm sure that is still the thing, because at the end of the day, if you're paying for a very expensive car, say on finance, for example, or you've got a loan out, you're still paying for that loan, and but your vehicle's now worth less because it's been crashed into. To be fair, 3 days after getting the Land Rover back, I traded it in. I don't drive cars that have been in any insurance claims. I just take them straight to the dealership or garage or wherever I'm going to buy my next car from and say, nah, trade in. Half the time they're like, well, we don't want a HPI, we won't take it because it's been an accident. I'm like, well, then I'll just go and find a dealership that will, because, you know, others will. And you'll find they'll soon take it. They'll just send the car to auction instead of the forecourt. They can't sell it on the forecourt if it's been in an accident on a car dealership, you know, like a proper car. I'm not talking about what, like Joe Bloggs is, you know, Mr. Bean's bloody car dealership. They're not dealerships, they're just used car garages with a forecourt. My car's worth 10 grand. Yeah, dude, I've been there, done that. Been there, bought a car, couple of grand, spent about 10 grand on it, got rid of it, lost all my money because it's not worth as much. Yeah, now I just buy a nice car to begin with, and yeah, it still loses value, but still. Live for 2 hours 7 minutes already, guys. We've got a little bit left to do. Had a few issues here and there. Yeah, to be honest, mate, this new Kia, I've got a recall on it. To be honest, apparently it could spontaneously set on fire. I haven't actually received the letter yet, but I know every Sportage is affected. Every Sportage is affected. I haven't received my letter yet, so I'm going to wait till my letter comes, and if my car sets on fire first, I'll just claim another one from the dealership. I'll be like, well, you didn't send me a letter. But I know what will happen. I'll go in for the first service in September and we'll just do the recall. Yeah, apparently you can just spontaneously catch fire. Wouldn't even have to be running or anything. So I'm going to presume it's an electrical fault. Dude, Kia is actually now you see, I think you're being a bit of a knob there, because no offense, right, but how much warranty do you get on a brand new Volkswagen? Because Kia give you 7 years, and as far as I give a shit, really, Kia wouldn't offer you a 7-year warranty if it was shit. Do you know what I mean? New VWs are still only 3 years. Not unless they've changed in the last few months. But when I was actually thinking about buying a new car, I went to the Vauxhall dealership. To be honest, I went to every dealership. This is why when I went to the Kia dealership, I weren't really looking for a new car, but I was. But you know what I mean? Because I went to the Vauxhall dealership to ask. Well, I actually went to test drive some, and I still think they've still got the same shitty style gearbox since like the early zeros, the early noughties. They're just so lumpy and stiff, and no, I just no thanks. The terms and conditions. So VWs now offer a 7-year warranty. So VW have finally caught up to Kia, who have been offering a 7-year warranty for at least 15 years. Is it 15? But I know it's been at least 10 years. You wouldn't offer a 7-year warranty on a car if they were unreliable. I look at it that way. Yes, you know, it's like, here's the question, but here's one for you, right? Statistically, Fords are one of the most unreliable cars on the planet because they have more warranty repairs, right? This is what you read when you read about a Ford, yeah? Now, I'm not dissing Ford at all, because here's the worst thing. Ford have twice as many warranty fixes within the first 3 years, okay? Say to any other car, okay? That makes sense. Ford officially sell 4 times more cars than anybody else. So of course they're more likely to have a warranty claim against them. They sell 4 times more cars than, say, for example, VW. We'll use VW as an example just because you drive one, yeah? So Ford sell roughly 3 to 4 times more cars than VW, roughly, in the United Kingdom. Now, this is an article going back a couple of years ago. So, but then everyone's like, yeah, but they have twice as many warranty repairs as, say, VW. Well, yeah, they most likely will, because they sell 3 to 4 times more cars than VW. If you actually look at warranty repair percentage to cars actually sold, Ford are up there to being one of the most reliable cars. Now, this was before the EcoBoost, you know, thing. Let's be honest, the EcoBoost engine is a fantastic designed engine that is just shit. EcoBoost, it's called EcoBoost for a reason. But do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. People are like, oh, Ford, they're shit. Actually, they're not. If you look statistically on paper, for the amount of cars they sell to the warranty repairs that Ford make within the first 3 years, they're actually one of the most reliablest cars in the United Kingdom. Yeah, exactly. EcoBoost. That did not help Ford. The problem I have with Ford at the moment is the EcoBoost engine is fantastic. If, 1, you're willing to look after it, and 2, you're willing to fix the errors that the designers made. Because most of the EcoBoost engines that went boom was down to a coolant issue, because the coolant pipe, to be honest with you, wasn't big enough. And it then burst, or they made it out of the cheapest, crappiest material. If you change the plastic pipe that goes from the top of the head back to the top of the coolant reservoir to a silicon pipe, like aftermarket silicon pipe. I had an EcoBoost. I ragged it everywhere. The only thing that went on mine was the gearbox, because again, the gearboxes were made of chocolate. If the gearboxes got hot, they decided to melt. But yeah, engine-wise, I never had a problem. I had the car 4 years. I ragged the bloody thing everywhere. Literally ragged it everywhere. And I never had an issue with it. It was stage 2 remap. I never had a problem with it at all. To all these, oh, engine this, engine that. As soon as I bought my EcoBoost Fiesta, I changed the pipe that caused all the problems. And I never had a problem. Because even the guy who MOT'd it was a buddy of mine. He's like, have you not had a problem with this? I'm like, no, I changed that pipe to a silicon one. I says, and that cures the problem. Doesn't last long. Doesn't last longer than 70k. Well, I know Fiesta EcoBoost. I've got a friend who's got one who he bought his brand new, and he changed the silicon pipe on his. He's now done about 119,000 miles last time I looked at it. He's never had a problem, mate. He gets it serviced. He services it once a year, and he does an oil change every 6 months. He does an extra oil change in the middle of the year. And he drives his across the continent. He was an army lad when he got it. He never had a problem. But again, he changed the pipe. The pipe was the majority of the problems on the EcoBoosts. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it was all the pipe's fault, you know. Any car can break any part. I'm not saying that, you know what I mean? But every EcoBoost I've looked at and worked on, we've changed the pipe to a silicon pipe, an aftermarket silicon pipe. Yeah, I've seen them go well over 100,000 with no issues. There was an old guy, I call him an old guy because when he got an EcoBoost Fiesta the day like they came out. He was one of the first where we lived to get one. He had his to about 130,000, 140,000 miles. He used this as a work car. I don't know why I've come this way, I've gone the wrong way. Yeah, he did 130,000. Again, he changed his pipe to silicon. He did have problems with his... Right, I'm stuck on a tree apparently. Yeah, he did have problems with this thing. And obviously you have to chat into... He used to live around the corner. See, I called him the old guy because unfortunately he passed away. But that, to be fair, he had the car when he passed away. And, you know, he always like to me, he's like, well, you never have the problems I did. And I was like, yeah, because I have this pipe, I changed it, it just makes a massive difference. I was like, it might not cure all your problems, I says, but I've never had a problem. And friends, you know, boy racer, I'm not a boy racer by any means, not a chance. But I know people who are, do you know what I mean? And they all have them, and yeah, they have them. Change that pipe to silicon, they have no problems. Ford, unfortunately, just made a lot of coolant pipes with some of the cheapest, crappiest material. That was the problem, in my eyes. It's like anything. You make a fire out of plastic, it's going to melt. And this plastic, I just don't think, personally, that the plastic they use for the pipe would withstand the heat because of the, you know, the design of the engine. That's all I think it was. You had the hot pipe running, you had the hot pipe, you had the hot water running through the pipe. You had it then going over a hot part of the engine, which obviously then increased heat in the pipe. And I think personally, it just, over time, it just made our pipes go really weak. Then when the pipes went really weak, they just burst. Then when they burst, they were blowing up engines. Because a lot of people had them where they were leaking, but they didn't know they were leaking. And then the engines were overheating, and then, yeah, it was just such a mess. Every car's got a weak point, mate. Every car's got a weak point. Mine would be the gearbox in mine. It's a bit chocolatey to be looked after. Yeah, I know a few people with Golfs. I've fitted a fair few Golf gearboxes. I know you've got a Polo, but let's be honest, they're the same gearbox. Ford should have they kind of did in the end, mate. They basically, what they did is, instead of doing the problem is, they couldn't recall the pipe because the pipe wasn't a safety issue. Sounds daft, doesn't it? It wasn't actually a safety issue. It wasn't going to give you brake failure. It wasn't going to hurt anybody in any way where it was the car's, you know, the car's doing. So they couldn't technically do it as a recall. What they ended up doing was, the last time I spoke to a buddy of mine down at the Ford dealership, I used to work at the dealership, see. So I've got a few friends who still work there. What they started doing, my dealership, was they had a thing with Ford. And what they were doing is, if any customer took their car in for an official Ford service, they just replaced the pipe for free. So you kind of got it as a recall without even knowing it was done. But you only got it if you took your car in for service. And they didn't tell any customers it was done, because the last thing they did want was loads of people just bringing a car in. But then again, saying that, if you get a service out of it, at least the dealership's making money. But yeah, the dealership where I lived, they were that undated. There was a backlog on EcoBoost engines. They just couldn't get them. They had so many cars in for the problem, and they were like, so they're like, well, why don't we just fit this pipe when people bring the cars in for a service, and then we won't have as many problems. And yeah. And then Ford eventually just started putting the replacement pipe on the new cars anyway, so. See, I know a bit. I know bits and bats. We'll leave it at that, yeah. I tell you what, I like Peugeots as long as they're under warranty. I think a Peugeot is a really nice car to drive. The day the warranty ran out is the day I'd sell it. I would never personally own one. I have driven some before. My dad used to be a big fan of Peugeots. He used to like the old Peugeot diesel engines. The old Peugeot diesel engines in like the 90s and the early 90s, before TDCI engines came out, before Common Rail came out. Yeah, they were really good and reliable. It was more the wiring that let Peugeots down. But yeah, I like French cars to drive. I think like a Peugeot and a Citroën, since they're the same company, I think they drive really nice. They have a nice smooth gearbox, they have nice smooth engines. But the minute a Peugeot or a Citroën is out of warranty, I would never have it. I would never own a Renault, full stop. I would never own a Renault, full stop. Does that answer your question? Yeah, well, this is it, mate. Old Peugeots used to be... My old man used to be a taxi driver for 20 years. And he was once given a brand new Peugeot by his boss at the taxi place. He was given a brand new one. My old man put 500,000 miles on that taxi. It was on the original engine, the original turbo. Don't get me wrong, it had work done to it, you know what I mean? But he had it serviced regular, he had it all this, he had it in garage every time it needed to be in, and sometimes he went in the garage before it was due. Yeah, my old man put, like, I think it was about 480,000-ish miles on the clock, because he got sick and he had to stop working, and he was always gutted he never actually reached the 500,000 miles on in that taxi. And yeah, it was, yeah, he loved it. He absolutely loved it. I used to go on airport runs with him. I used to travel all over the country, go to airport and pick someone up, or take someone to airport, and I'd just be there with him. As long as there was room in taxi, obviously. I used to always go out with him. Oh, I'd go out with him when I could. Yeah, exactly, mate, exactly. My old man's driven over 1 million miles, mate. Honestly, my old man's driven over 1 million miles. Because before he was a taxi driver, he was a bus driver. And before that, he was a driver in the armed forces. He's always driven. His entire life was driving. Which is why it's so sad now that my dad's turned, like, he's just turned 85 and he has been renewed his driving license, but he doesn't feel as confident anymore to drive. And he has a disability car, doesn't my dad, for my mum. Well, my mum's got a disability car. And when that's up at the end of this year, yeah, he's not getting another one. My mother doesn't drive, she never has done. But he's like, I don't want another car. He knows his reactions are not as quick. Do you know what I mean? And he's like, I don't want to hurt anyone. So he wants to give up driving. And I fully respect that. He did come to me though. He's like, well, your brother's been telling me I shouldn't be driving for years. I'm like, you need to drive for as long as you feel you can drive. I was like, if you don't feel confident with your driving anymore, that's when it's to give up, because that's when an accident will happen. And he was talking, I was talking to him the other week, and he's like, I am thinking of not driving anymore. And I'm like, that's fine, because his thing was, he's like, yeah, but I have to go to the hospital in the city, which is like over an hour away for us. And I'm like, that's fine, I'll take you, as long as I know, I'll take you. He's like, yeah, but what happens, what about your mum when she needs to go to hospital? You won't take your mum to hospital? I'm like, no, I won't. I said, but my mum, because she's classed as disabled, she gets free help, she gets free transport to the hospital, as long as she doesn't have a disability car. So as long as my dad doesn't drive, she gets free transport. And the hospital she goes to is like 2 hours away. So yeah, I was like, I'll take you to hospital whenever you want to go. Just let me know a few days in advance, just so I can arrange with the kids, you see. But yeah, he's driven over 1 million miles in his life. Like I say, he drove cars and tanks in the army. He drove wagons. He then came out of the army. He drove buses and coaches. He then changed to taxi driving. Yeah, he drove from the age of 17. I actually think he was 16 when he started to drive. And he's 85 and he still drives. And he's driven every day of his life. Some of the taxi, you know what I mean? He used to do Heathrow and back in the day. You know what I mean? And then the next day he'd do Heathrow and back in the day. Now, some people might watch this and be like, that's not far away. I live on the Yorkshire coast, guys. Do you know what I mean? I'm like less than an hour away from Middlesbrough. I'm on the Yorkshire coast. It's a long way to Heathrow from where we are. It's like I had a prime always said to me, he's like, I'll fly to England, I'll come and see you. I'm like, well, alright then, man. I'll fly to Heathrow. I'm like, dude, we are nowhere near fucking Heathrow. It's like a 4 or 5 hour drive each way to Heathrow. And that's without traffic and roadworks and delays and whatnot. And he was like, oh, I didn't realise. And he turned around to me and he was like, I didn't realise England was so big. I was like, go away. He thought it was like an hour to cross the entire country. I was like, oh, dude, you're in the army and you think like that. God help the US Army, eh? Oh, I always gave him shit for that. And I always remember the day we were talking one day. I've got him on Facebook. I'm really good friends with him. He's just someone I met through stream, and I'm really good friends with him. I'd do out for him if I could. And you know, we've been on Facebook friends for about a year. And he turned to me and he went, Matt, you realise I'm black, don't you? I'm like, dude, I've got you on fucking Facebook. I can see the colour of your skin on your fucking profile picture. Of course I know you're fucking black. What an idiot. He was... Oh, do you know something? He's given me some of the best laughs in the last couple of years ever. Yeah, you know I'm black. No shit, Sherlock. Thought you were a little green Martian. Fucking hell. Oh. And before anyone says you should use the term African American, that was him quoting him. Yeah, you know I'm black, right? Don't you? I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Oh. Prime, if you ever see this clip, mate, you honestly, to this day, that shit still makes me laugh. Right. 2.5 hours in. I haven't really got anything I can do that's going to take roughly 30 minutes, because if I start that field, if I go to November now, we're going to be cutting, windrowing and baling. We're not going to get all that done in 30 minutes. I know, because it just never does. We've done it before, so we can't change to November today in today's episode or stream, depending on where you're watching. Oh, fuel lights flashing. I don't want to put much in this either, because again, it's something I want to get is a new harvester. I might end up having to buy a brand new harvester. That'll do. We don't need massive amounts of fuel in there. You never know, a harvester might come in the shop tomorrow. I don't mind old knackered equipment. As long as it's bigger than what I've got. That's not me stopping either, by the way, guys. That's just... Right. When do I sell sunflower? Again, I know I should know this off the top of my head by now, but I don't. Sunflower sells in February for 2,500. We could sell it now. It's the second highest price it's going to be. It's the second highest price it's going to be. I reckon we just go sell it now. February is not guaranteed to be a higher price. I'm watching from Uganda. Okay. Okay. I know Farmer William, I believe he was French. I set up my VPN to Uganda. Don't have a VPN. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm not bothered where anyone is from the world. As long as someone's not a knobhead, it's fine with me. I'm not going to get that grass cutting this time. If we leave that 57,000 in the bank though, and then we sell that silage, it might be enough to buy another piece of land. Like I say, I'm just unsure when to end this series. How do I end it? When is this series enough? Is enough? Do we just play to 50 episodes? Do we just play to 40 episodes? You know what I mean? It's... Wow, £30,000, that is nice. Yeah, it's been another busy stream, that's for sure. Like I say, I'll double check the price of everything. There's a couple of bits of land I want to buy. One, because it's full of trees and I could buy a sawmill. And two, to make more land, you know, just make the fields bigger. I'm a knobhead though. Okay. Dude, if you want to go around calling yourself a knobhead, that's on you, mate. I don't even know you well enough to not call you one. He's gonna be like, you could have at least said I wasn't. I don't know you well enough. 4,400. That's within the 10% for eggs, but November, we'll just sell it in November because, you know, it's November. And the price is still increasing. We don't have wool. Straw is December. Almost within the 10%. Next month that will be within the 10%. That's December 2100. That's just within the 10%, but again, November gives me a bit of a price increase. Lettuce is January again, 3,000. No, not quite within the 10% yet. It's got to be within 10% of the maximum price. That's all I ever. There we go. I forgot I've still got them trees there, but if I do bring in a, if I do buy that next bit of land, see, I'm torn. This is where I'm torn. I either buy 44 or 41. 44 is open land. We could get grain in the ground quicker. 41 is full of trees. Would mean we could bring in a sawmill and then start chopping massive amounts of trees down. So yeah, you kind of see the issue I've got with that. Right, I'm going to just lower the time down to 0.5 like I always do. We're just going to save the game like we always do, and then we're just going to look at November at 6 o'clock, and we're just going to check the prices. I never actually got a screenshot today, did I? We've got sugar. Right, the flour has... Oh, crap. Right. This is why I do this. Ow. I need to go and move the flour out. I just need to go and move the flour. I also need a screenshot. That's the problem. Wow. Like I said, there is plenty of grain still left in there, that's the thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there we go. We'll do that. So we'll just get this pushed down there. We'll get that pushed in there. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I just want to do this so that we've got plenty of room to spawn the night jumps. That's all. I say, well, but this amount, this is a massive amount. Can you imagine trying to sell this? This is gonna earn us a fortune. We might even be able to buy both bits of land. Wow, can you imagine if we buy both bits of land? That is gonna be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, to be honest, I put the flour in, I put the grain in, and it's made the flour, and I just left it to it. I completely forgot all about having to empty the... You know, having to empty it. Never once thought about having to empty it. Oh my god. How much is in here? Ah, there's no more in storage. This is the last slot out of the storage. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36 pallets. Wow. Ish. There's plenty of room there. Sugar mills, there's plenty in here. What I'm going to do though, I am just going to move them out the way now. Because then that way I don't have to come down and move it again soon. 36,000 litres I think, roughly up to now, of flour. That is insane. 36,000 litres. I could always actually bring... I could always bring the refill place. I think that only holds 36,000 to begin with. How much does flour sell for? Flour will sell for call it 2,000. Just wow, that's like there's about 80 grand here, or 80,000 pound. There's about 80,000 pound here. Jesus Christ. Wow. That's insane. Like I say, I did just move the sugar out of the way just so it can spawn an extra couple of thousand. And I've still got in the production. Wow, I've still got all that in the production. 1,700 barley and 18,000 litres of oat. Wow. Alright. There is something I still need to do actually in October. I need to go get water. I keep forgetting to get water. So let me just go get some water, and then like I said, I don't really have anything else I can do today. Then we got the eggs, we got the lettuce. Honestly, we will be able to buy both bits of land, or one bit of land and a bigger harvester. So depending on what we want to buy, really, we can buy land and a harvester, or 2 bits of land. Lettuce has got 3,500 in storage, so let's just move this out the way. Right, so that's pretty much all the lettuce now that we've got up to now. Yeah, we're gonna make a massive amount of money. Saying that, if I buy that bit of land just here, I could make a field and put a sawmill in. Maybe we could do that. Maybe we could do both and still buy a harvester. I'd like to produce more. Yeah, I'd like to produce more sunflower oil, so we could maybe get an oil production up and running, just to sell oil, to be honest. Like I said, the only other bit of land I would buy is this bit. We're gonna go down the path in a minute. The edge of our grass field. Yeah, there's a lot of flour in there, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? It's 70, 80k if I get a good price. So I can either buy this bit of land here, or I can buy the one over there. If I buy this bit of land, I would have to move the grass field back down here. Because this bit of land up here could be one giant field. Oh my god, could you imagine trying to do field 44 as one giant field? Minus the path and grass on the other side. That would be insane. Yeah, I forgot all about getting water today. I don't want the greenhouse to run out either. Here, let me just speed that time back up since we're actually playing the game. Yeah, what a day. What a day. We've got so much done today. We've made a little bit of money. Yeah, I always sell within 10%. I'm not always looking for the highest price. Not always. As long as I'm selling within 10%, I don't mind. If I miss it, if I'm not paying attention and I get a new higher price, that's just an added bonus. Yeah, productions. $40,000 for a little sawmill, and then selling points. We would be looking for debris crusher, farmers market. Where do I sell pallets? Where do I sell pallets on this game? I've never done the point where I've sold wood before. Oh, planks, sorry. Planks is at the cooperative or the sawmill. And cooperative, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Ah, that's the sawmill. That's not a sawmill. But yeah, we can sell planks there. Planks are worth a lot. Back to he's off back to cuddling. He's got to cuddle his missus before he gets shouted at. Apparently it's a birthday. Come on, get up this hill. Come on. go. There we go. Top speed. Took long enough. Yeah, I've absolutely enjoyed playing this map. I kind of want to do a little bit more today, but I could cut the grass, I suppose, in October. It'll take like 10 minutes. I know I normally play for like 2.5 to 3 hours. Mr. Raven doesn't seem to be playing any games yet, so it's not. I'm only going to sit there and probably eat. So there's no point getting ready to play some Apex just yet. So maybe I might just do an extra 20 minutes or something. Cut some grass and go into November. We'll get it in road. Cutting the grass doesn't take over long. There's one thing, it takes a while to get water. One of the reasons why I'd quite like one of the new JCB, you know, one of the fast track JCBs. Not want to get a new, you know, I'd buy a new one. I'm not saying there's a new JCB tractor out, so I would buy it new. Yeah, that'd be quite cool. One of the JCBs, get a tractor, run into the water. You could just do some running around, to be honest. Probably put communal tyres on it as well. Use it to cut grass. Because it's got more brake horsepower than this. They're just quite expensive, actually. Oh, crap. Problem. I put my fucking lettuce in the way. Well, in fairness, that's not what I wanted to do. I could just spin it, but it's just as easy to do it by hand. Yeah, right. I'm gonna. This has just slowed me down. I was hoping to get grass cut, but that's just kind of slowed me down a little bit now. I know it's not slowed me down by much, but it's like a sign. It's like, go play Apex, Mr. Reaper. Go fix your kill death ratio since it's so bad this season because of the sniper challenge. The sniper challenge screwed me over. This will empty the entire lot. Furniture, $6 grand. $6 grand for furniture. It's them eggs that I'm looking at. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, possibly 10 pallets. By the time we come to sell, 4,000 each. 50,000 pound in eggs, 50,000 in, 80,000 in flour. We're definitely going to be able to, and then we'll have the silage. We're definitely going to have about $250,000 come January in the bank, and then it's just a case of figuring out what we want to buy with that $250,000. I was going to think of cutting the grass. I'm not going to risk it now. 5 minutes and we'd have been live 3 hours, sorry. So I'm going to call it there. Like that. That mod is not coming through the wall. Can you see that mod there is not coming through the wall? Yeah, when I got glitched in that wall, that's maybe because I was glitched in the wall. Alright, let's just park up. I'm just going to tidy the yard up. 5 minutes, tidy the yard. There's another pallet of honey ready for March. Oh, I didn't even realize I could get that. Can I get that all the way in? No, yeah, I could actually. If I play my cards right, I could get that all the way in there. But we need to take it as close to there as possible. Swing it around there. There we go. There's my tractor. I just like a tidy yard. I hate having that there. I genuinely hate it. It's not in a shed. I feel like maybe a rule should be if we don't have shed space, we can't use it, or we can't buy it. Let's just hope we don't need the seeder out anytime soon. I think we need to seed the same time we sell the honey, to be honest. So we'll just sell the honey before we do the seeding. But yeah, what a day. There's one ready. One right there already. I need a screenshot for today's episode. I need a screenshot for today's episode, so that'll do. Flower! We'll sell that just as soon as it's possible. But look at that, it's coming to evening now in the game, guys. It is definitely coming evening. 4 o'clock is fastly approaching. We are going to call it quits for this stream / episode. If you want to watch any more, we will be live again tomorrow about 9 o'clock UK time. Thank you ever so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all later on. Bye for now.